Eric Selino. Also, Kaiser AFCON na. Near San Edin so good to
on the press about
and Rosako Cote, Nigeria for say, so Obana Jab will be so good to Ubu. Say Ghana, your team the Boboni and Winia. I have supporters Nikas about Nigeria. Say and carry how
the Nigeria from the Nigeria.
Oh, the carry how.
Oh, the
Kai coach ni say Osako kotokoto fo so bi so be gune tirim a ene obenya wu omunfi no kra
omzo munya abotra
Nigeria omanya say the world cup this year show omo no
oh ashomo pa and hydring
omo group no assembly yes we David Chemu beba assembly yes go group nim Nigeria
they will not. Nigeria qualification. I say I'm never because I'm coping as I'm pebe. Oh,
this is the job.
Because fixtures and some more chairman. We just
say no group in the chair. So say Nigeria, actually South Africa how many points?
6, I think.
6. It means that South Africa 2 games. South Africa will have to lose 2, and South Africa will a lot of goals. 10 goals, 5 against them. And Rwanda, South Africa chase by Rwanda,
no, so
because Rwanda say I think about 10 points.
Yeah.
Also board draw. Only the suit to board draw. Just say, and our group, no. It looks like South Africa are going to the World Cup.
South Africa, the only match I hear on boy and it's all in Nigeria and Crombe Sabo home. But looking at the fixtures, normally Lesotho, away, Lesotho ball South Africa.
It's obvious. Almost Lesotho South Africa.
3 points, no, or more fat. Or move we are on Nigeria bebo home.
So there is so many South Africa they are going to group back.
Yes. It is that
so to Botswana and is have on there. How many South Africa we are going?
Almost so another South Africa 2 points.
And how many munya sang of on there is already.
It is South Africa yes sure such a budget the next 3 points no. Now Nigeria game now they also going to win. Let's say Nigeria I win it. Next game on Nigeria will home. Chema, they will fight it. I emphasize Nigeria cry is strong. Nigeria beat me a couple surprise no man winning. Chema, 3 points that's with them. Omuni Zimbabwe or South Africa. And some omuni Rwanda so South because Zimbabwe mo ball South. Debbie omuni Zimbabwe or match.
1-1. I'm about 1-1 in the first leg.
So no, it's about 1-1.
Yeah, and omuni Zimbabwe.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria and Zimbabwe.
South Africa na make
okay.
South Africa. Omuni Lesotho ball yeah away match no mbo home no. Nigeria omuni Nigeria bebo home. Now we are Zimbabwe so away. Zimbabwe so ball South Africa on major points no. And the last game only Rwanda so South Africa. It's basically chairman almost 4 games now can you so more ball almost hona. It's almost pick mo be 3 or 4. 3 wins at Nigeria and Pebe Binfa. Unless a chairman BB nebesi BBNC dia ademo low say why. But andi na wo kan say na tournament you so beat me here dey AFCON je. So okay na Senegal quarter final. It was Cameroon who won the AFCON. Omoko even on penalty shootout. But you drew AFCON Cameroon from group stage and a Senegal call. Inti Nigeria no Ghana na sema I didn't na se Nigeria peja kakra na is a Ghana or problem. Yensu ye tifri a problem one Nigeria for no so asa abeja de na so I don't know what I mean said antiase. And clearly chema it is fine. Made them percent Nigeria call World Cup because born in the winning but so man kono bi so kwa South African so meaning so among choir here, but Rainbow Nation is almost anya Jesse Crom best or the better African him. In teacher, I did the Nigeria there. I think better like next time, unless America. Oh, African continent.
I want to so soon in bar. I had a chance on him. German, only the man Nigeria focus near West. Jeremy, the images be sent the second one. Even sir, second place teams now. Ombo playoff no. Only say Nigeria may not even get that opportunity. A second image, my mouth image is be 3. They toss me, you know. So project here. For teams now, or more as at now, or more the second on Bobo playoff no. For points at teams in the Ekobo playoff. Gabon I was say 15. Cameroon I was 12. Senegal I was 12. Namibia I was 12. Comoros I was 12. Mozambique I was 12. There's a possibility. Say among you know. That's our team saying now to one team qualifier. More points no more here the chairman more than 12. As we speak now, Nigeria I was 7 points. say Nigeria correct me finish second na one shot onya sa second best place team no e go boss playoff ni bi because Cameroon now no about 12 points the chairman or the second no Gabon 15 points second in their group. So in the case that Nigeria crab ya dia ko nanimwa na bi obenya be 13 points no they the second chairman when you 13 points be the second na sa teams now as we speak now obi wo 15 ebi wo 12 bi wo 12 no omo nso yemo nwie no na chairman wo points accumulation no omo nso de ko nanim. It is a play of rather Nigeria for crab team dia fa back door a team they are qualified for the World Cup no and also as we speak now no extremely impossible. Now the year say Nigeria for airline up and the FAO. So we almost squad now. It is the Portugal aligning up. Ula Aina, Chama Ula Aina, Esia Kanima Nottingham Forest, one of their best players. Calvin Bassey of Fulham, any truth a Kong and above centre back. Sierra Fia, they just ended AFCON and the Mokoyeno. Who was the best player of the tournament? Truth a Kong.
Yeah.
Their centre back. The best player of that tournament, you know, on a Calvin Bassey, the 4 and 5. Chama Samuel Chukwueze, Ademola Lookman, African best, and Ademola Lookman, and unless Wobi play behind Victor Osimhen and Moses Simon, even Victor Boniface, ain't good enough to start or started from the bench. And that is why I say on the face value of the quality of Nigeria for 1 day. So Petima as to speak now, or more disappointed in Nigeria. They have so much quality. Now, a World Cup qualifier. Chama baby dempa away matches. Eti unim say unya away matches results no any guarantee ndro. Na kefie de ni de. What make sure say what taking maximum points when you are playing at home. Chairman, Nigeria above 3 matches with fee. Unim so mun wini ba akokra. The 3 matches no mo bo fie no so a mun wini bi na. Guess what? They played against Lesotho. Fie 1-1. They played against Zimbabwe. Fie 1-1. And Enra, almost South Africa as a boy, on board 1-1. So 3 matches of Fie against South Africa, against Zimbabwe, against Lesotho. Germany, Nigeria, abo 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. Oh, the ABA South Africa and Kading. South Africa against Lesotho Fie die chairman win at all cost against Zimbabwe Enra win at all cost. Nigeria for center back partnership now one of the best of this continent so no there's only 1 game pet in Nigeria I keep a clean sheet. That is their 2-0 away win at Rwanda and almost Rwanda 2-0. Since then every single game Nigeria concede goal. In fact on the 4th game of the qualifier, now away to Benin, Nigeria lose by 2 goals to 1. First 3 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. The 4th game, lose 2-1. And of course, the last international breaker, Nigeria Rwanda by 2-0. That is the only game they kept a clean sheet. And Nigeria forced a goal no say no. Protect it and win the game. And let's go and watch the manner in which they consider that goal. I'm very TV so.
Okay. Okay. I'm very TV so. But you're Sudan and so. And Sudan board draw.
So group no name be the banko for you free DRC.
DRC, yes.
And currently more very good players in their fold. A bit to say Wayside or bought with very good Cedric Bokambo so then Elisa Elian so then Banza that guy no war Portugal or call Turkey they are all scoring. Joma attacking a very very strong. And in that group no chema is always going to be very very difficult. Now Osha they are South Sudan, they are Sudan no. It was expected. Chema, it was expected in the sense that say minim say 2 days and they didn't come with them cars I said South Sudan for no. Omuko DRC shown by 1-0. And na bibi bam to say nkofo we ball no muntu mba che mo be defend it to frustrate. Then again omuni Sudan and Gaza relationship enye the best. And so although they know they will not qualify, they will, countries like that they will make sure some be sanwa e dey go bigarim. Chairman, looking at points build up, 13 for DRC, 12 for Senegal, and 12 for Sudan. I think Sudan have done well at this stage, but looking forward how fixtures need to say. Sudan fixtures on Senegal because Senegal away. No, I call Togo away. And see a resume or 2 away games as all Kobo. Togo manageable. But can they beat Togo Lomeana? Chairman, a 50-50 game. But Senegal there. Eye denya kwan bia Senegal for the whether kwan papa na boni the chairman when you ombe ya say they will also make sure some being points in their tour. But ye we no cry and no answer in we because Senegal and South Sudan will game home. Senegal again Epsa Sudan home. Chairman one advantage at Senegal in the next 2 games. Or South Sudan home or Bessan Sudan and Kasa home. So Chinchim Sudan South Sudan so the then Empire Crombe Bashom. It is looking like the next game 6 points and they are short for Senegal. Then Sudan so call Senegal away, which they are not for, and also Togo away. So those 2 games, able to make us shape up for these 2 countries. On the part of DRC, Obeko away to South Sudan. Chairman, South Sudan for Bejam. They all say because of that.
I mean, South Sudan, my money looking like Sudan for not going mistake.
They are not conceding too many goals.
Sudan was 3-0.
And they say too. Ye bar for free. Chairman, 2 games or my bono. Omo call Congo Ekolusu 1-0. And no bani Sudan ebe ball that 1-1 now walk. So in those 2 get respectable scoreline omunya. So those teams are not good or no nya na disobey win. But chemo big jine chire o pampen say o ma on share. And because of I say friction no money Sudan and Kasawa or mo de ti o mo ni ade na mo bi o mo stadium for Sudan say ko bomb 3-0 Sabake bu ofu papa. It was be making sure say mo be come World Cup there monko but not the expense of South Sudan. And over DRC they will play Senegal and they are good for Sudan. Yamba Sudan to be win against Togo. Those 2 nations, no. Joe Ben winning the chairman says I gain about win at Obeko World Cup. So it makes the work very, very difficult for Sudan. But I think they should still keep their head high because it's a game near Bono. There are a lot of surprise because these teams in our South Sudan to come by, put Senegal and DRC, way ahead of them because in these 2 games at least they could have gotten 3 out of the 6 points. That would have been good. But is looking very difficult. It's looking very difficult for Sudan.
Now, on here, the Kived so the Cameroon in their group.
Yeah.
And now Cameroon did so well.
Kived go share Angola.
That was a surprising result. Kived Kwawe no akosha Angola by 2-1. Enra, honestly speaking, I was expecting Angola to win.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, double chance.
Now Cameroon winia. Now Cameroon are taking maximum advantage. No akotopi group no. Cameroon here Juma she Libya by 3-1. But she Libya by 3-1 no. And na Kived Kwawe kosha Angola by 2-1. So as we speak now, Cameroon with their 13 points, is still second to Kived. Second to Kived. Chairman, and I don't know si also been passed and message the reason why Cameroon drop your points
Yeah.
Sa reason I say valid me boy.
Yeah.
Sa reason wo honum Eswatini tenefi e ma Libya be share 1-0 fee. Libya e ko share Eswatini 1-0 fee. Eswatini etenefi e ma Kived e ko share 2-0 e fee. Abrane Eswatini ebo fee. Samre no na high altitude and it's our conditions we na ye excuse the entire Cameroon and winning no they were still there but Kived ko say 2-0 sa points na Cameroon drop against Eswatini na okobo 0-0 no may come very, very crucial for them if they do not qualify. Say Cameroon ni ahwe baby the entire one team qualify automatically sa Eswatini draw no chairman ebetima ha omo pa and then the we are my friend Kived, Chairman Kived no share AFCON and so on yard no. If you are looking at Kived at the AFCON there, World Cup qualified there, Chairman. And yet the sent too much. Only a case, and the sent to no share, and no one yard ye. But our World Cup qualified, say, and yet the Sakeke, Kived yardi. And they may be on the verge of qualifying for the World Cup. Lastly, as I Bebano said, Morocco qualify. The first African team will be qualified Morocco the Okoda Dada. Also Morocco team it will be with 6 teams. So you play against 5 teams, home and away 10 matches. And whether you're fortunate or you're unfortunate, 2 teams are out. To move group no, ball 6 matches and about 5 no Enra the last game was against Air Tanzania and I say Air Tanzania 8-2-0 as you speak now chairman almost 15 points the next place is team away second no 6 points the points gap between the second place team no 9 last game no they can afford to lose they can afford to drop all their best players chairman the first team from this African continent will qualify for the World Cup no Morocco they are there already.
Tomorrow the Algeria the year away for. Hold on. 5-1. So when you visa here, meaning bar meso.
Interesting how in a second. But did you ever remember Yashaman on some you say the official Zabetua so you say Alfonso Davis is out for the rest of the season. Sani Etete and once many matches I would do you say Omokoya I'm saying next year you the Champions League move. I'm on so Hobede. Andy Garcias if you remember said yeah, I'm on and so is it.
Are you ready?
But what South Africa for issue na eba no.
I sound qualified.
Yeah, Mokoena almost say no suspended. Almost say administrative oversight. Now she say ebi mo shall say take matter group omo group ni mo no. Ti ebia se kobasa na ye no kra ye beti South Africa for 3 points.
3 points.
3 points they just on be 10. Tibia Nigeria for Samson your lifeline.
Nigeria was South Africa.
Who is there? Oh, South Africa coach Hugo Bruce as no kind.
Hugo Bruce Jumo.
Unmasema kind. On Nigeria. On Nigeria mumba buama na go group no Nigeria na chase no. Ebi mu 8 for me no. On Nigeria be pese obe win in the games nyina. To obe say Rwanda she Benin. Now almost South Africa for no so ko. Tono said no Rwanda ni Benin for so many chase no. Nya Nigeria.
Na me South Africa fixtures no na I don't know say who is what they go is here na go fancy pia but Nigeria fixtures no. Nigeria next game on sorry South Africa. Only South Africa ni Lesotho.
The ball is so to yeah chairman.
It is September only 2 games no.
No about Nigeria.
About Lesotho no about Nigeria. It is also Lesotho now. Still was 6 points now. They don't in Nigeria mono. What I say Nigeria send him pa. Still
3 points.
Only 3.
No akobo Zimbabwe.
No about Zimbabwe.
No about Rwanda the last game.
No about Rwanda the last game.
Oh na.
South Africa will qualify. Nigeria for the time see out. And
Nigeria so games no chairman any. Nigeria so next game about Rwanda. Na about South Africa.
About Rwanda at home. Now Nigeria's biggest
Rwanda at home.
Nigeria's biggest problem is to win games at home. It's only to be show home.
Yeah, home.
3 match 5 6 games so 3 match if you want to be
shebi. Ninja 1-1.
Hey. Mama Niger.
Aye, Ninja 1-1. It's our Nigerian brothers. If you are thinking of going to the World Cup, I'm also over joining Ghana. The way they don't back up.
I'm going to support here.
I'm going to support here.
In a playoff, no so cry no.
Oh, is there much chance of even playing in the playoffs? Heading.
1 point in no form.
But I said, support here. Sudan for so hope he said omo protest on my ATS Senegal. And so be bomb so the omo ye die.
South Sudan sheno.
Okay. All right, you review na
Argentina for abaso kakra.
Oh. One
review or die so. Christian no die.
Oh, friend is go wrong.
And me bad ambition so here.
But some I like
refresh kakra.
Na Brazil no. But yo Enrico se hwan no. I know what they call World Cup and I play for Rubio. Na Brazil so. I say many. Not serious. Brazil pa. Who technical player be I say Brazil for more football. I think say Brazil be on be here new coach to build.
I go for some mumpamo Dorival Mufakalo.
And no coach no mo share from to me say on one hour pa ba so coach Brazil. Because there is nothing born on say mo body na we tire wa mo 8 no mo dey make pass. For second half no in case na say opportunity be o mo create an more danger. No Brazil.
Na chama
you hear more friendly match.
Unim say Ghana enkomo bi so anura na me team say senior man for me ni ba ko twi ne ho free national team no ma ne nkofo wo hye akuso de bia na senior man twetwe pimpini si girem
There you go. On tree who flew. On plan and so. bench.
Oh, more mine on night. Yeah, ready, Ebeko.
And I see no man back. And you.
But I said Ronaldo, I don't know. Okay, Ronaldo Messi. Oh, if you say Ronaldo free, every Ramadan don't pay Ronaldo. Oh, we are that
That's actually.
If I say me one of someone told me,
we're training we.
But me don't go with track.
No.
But Brazil for a game now, any game I'm for it. 4 years, honestly, for a game as big as this, now you expect to see me now 4-1.
No more here, Cheva.
Oma more here now because.
Brazil pa.
Na imwe Brazil for players na.
Brazil are more here in this inch. Na Argentina. Before say about World Cup,
Rodrigo,
Rafinha,
Vinicius.
You come to it.
Now we call it Martinez Crown movie.
You come to it. Time I ever World Cup, no. Once the Argentina is favorite. Nanye because Argentina keke. Now Argentina got 36 games unbeaten before some Baba World Cup, no. So their first game Mulusu to Saudi Arabia, no, was their first loss in 37 matches. Now Adebakwa Argentina coach na ye Edeman national team na. Now they don't depend so much on Leo Messi. The last 2 games Argentina won very 2 crucial games against Uruguay.
Yes.
And against Brazil. Nina no Messi amobi no krano. Lautaro Martinez did not play in those 2 matches.
Yeah.
But Argentina won away to Uruguay and beat Brazil 4-1 without Messi and Lautaro Martinez. Now, Andy Kaka. Brazil NYG 7-1 against Germany, at the World Cup, was their worst ever defeat at the World Cup. But in terms of air qualifiers, Obienu washe Brazil 4-1 in the World Cup qualifier. That 4-1 Brazil was their worst ever defeat in a World Cup qualifier. Now, a starting game, and 4 goals in Argentina, it came from 4 different players. A starting game, 12 minutes into the game, now Brazil were 2-0 down. Now Andy says to him, say, pressure coaching also. So who be Samia? And your coaching problem. So who change Brazil coaching in there? Add a different coach bar. Chairman, Brazil problem no, a lack of air quality.
Like equality.
And now players in the ball at the Brazil no.
Aye.
None of them will start for Brazil in 2002 World Cup no.
Fine, but oh really?
I'll tell you.
2002.
Chairman,
Japan, Korea. Okay, Japan, Korea.
Omo right back. I branch a friend Wesley Franca,
yeah.
Osia kind of Flamingo,
yeah.
Right back.
Yeah.
Left back, Rana Antoni. Osia kind Edema Atletico Mineiro,
yeah.
Murillo, Osia kind Edema Nottingham Forest, Eddie Marquinhos and ball 4 and 5.
Marquinhos for PSG.
Chairman, Rodrigo, Matias Cunha, Rafinha, and Vinicius. In the lead attack, Brazil ni number 9.
Jolinton say Monka what we made for Jolinton. And Andre Wolves, right?
Yes.
Wolves for Metro.
Brazil in 2002, Cafuni Roberto Carlos the ball a fullbacks. And no fullbacks the ball my Brazil no. They would among bench cry. Cafuni Roberto Carlos. Chama Lucio the neighbor center back at my Brazil in 2002 World Cup no. Now, Ebia Obeka se Vinicius yade, oyade, nyete bi Obeka oyade, Rafinha yade. But Brazil World Cup in 2002 no. Na Gilberto Silva, any Ronaldinho, any play behind Rivaldo, any Ronaldinho. Ronaldo and Rivaldo.
But all the two side there be mistake. And I said no. Onye so say Brazil ye AFCON heavy. I say akwa say nipa nke friend no kosoro kobo. I say esoro no so and afom no kitikiti. Oh. And 9,000 a month I say, draw ubi we attack in here kakraka. None the difference because look, Brazil attack no. If you have Vini, if you have Matias Cunha, if you have Rafinha or Rodrigo, this is decent. I mean, these are players who are very good. Rafinha ball Barcelona. Vinicius on any day, very good player. Rodrigo is one of my favorite players for Real Madrid. Oh, but a free Jolinton, Andre, Omo ordinary. Some midfield we Ghana midfield met show me come. Say Jolinton Andre. And the Wolves no. Na parte what important I say. Ghana, you Ghana your defense go any midfield. Brazil the Ghana the ya abro so.
I say
who keep on them there.
That I've been to. Until Brazil, and I feel that attack, no, they don't have a problem. I did to Brazil, maybe to Argentina. Yeah. Maybe Argentina no more attack. And Brazil is
facing attack now. You are talking about Vinicius of Real Madrid, any Vinicius of Brazil, a different story.
Okay, two different players.
Madrid, where a world class. But or a failure at the Brazil national team. Chairman, and they only said the national team record. One Lami Yama the same.
Goal contribution. Lami Yama goal contribution for Spain. The same goal contribution. Vinicius Ayama Brazil.
Vinicius Yama.
Asa Bojano, also a senior player. So honestly speaking, it's all the Brazil national team in 2002. Even their best players now will start from the bench. A quality issue. Basically quality issue. And Nyamiano Ukraine, maybe Brazil had their World Cup and they will qualify for the World Cup. But say Brazil bet me the last time they won the World Cup way back 2002. Acho. Yeah, can you know across Ghana, yeah, G Africa Nations Cup na cheno. Brazil so World Cup o magia chepano. 2002. How many years now? Chama almost 20 years, more than 20 years old. Say 2002, 20 years, 2022. So 23 years in Brazil new World Cup. And say Brazil, and I don't know Matisse Amman for say Brazil will win the World Cup next year. Coach can be said next year. We are say they win the World Cup. Say Brazil person break his 23-year drought without winning the World Cup on the Chama and yes our players we. Oshe baller, France Crebo. Oshe baller, other European countries neighbor. Now they call Argentina ball all body now say Brazil so say Brazil bet me quality be bet me say team before between now and the next World Cup they will qualify for the World Cup but as to say bet me best World Cup ni be there if you look at the quality in the club there I doubt way behind
now who did now okay anyway but Messi so still on the top scorer in the South American qualifiers.
Salah Sulidi Africa. And Jordan, yes, second. We big up to Jordan. And say, Messi, they tell my born on yai body. That is what Ubiasua. So, yai born a body and a born no born and one obebo. The Abeba say, be a hodintino, American into Bema. And Adibiso or yen, and mammy had the bo we member, we chairman. Or preserving one for the next World Cup.
Yes, strategic.
For the next World Cup.
We didn't say
me assure so, I say. I'll need Ronaldo after that World Cup. Me sure so many now.
From the look of things,
Aquana Sedana or preserving. Won't say even Inter Miami crowd. Mebo me moe. And the way Argentina air college, I still see them say they are one. I think it's Argentina, France, and Spain. Germany is the Chema. They want to mean your moon free competition. Be a call more their ball no money in ball. World Cup no yes and 3 nations. Germany help me better. Now if you say the Argentina. The porn. Chema asna mo mperana Atletico Madrid
play and it turn for mo. Say Atletico Madrid for Sporting Director.
Simeone no so kra go no so kra be say we ba na matri ni nyina abobo na Ghana ke be ka so coach na wa fa ne ba o team no nti on be pam no
but go no the ntia unti kan say o fa oba no
yeah
Oboma Atletico Madrid na chema team say enye ne banti no obo ni board and then ra enye on Argentina for coach a different person as a friend and was akoye so was abo
and I Korea mu nyina san wo ho na chema Argentina
Argentina also support
me national team me national team is Spain. Oh yes.
Whoa, sir.
Spain number 1.
One pa.
Spain.
Oh Messi.
Spain Spain.
Messi wo.
Spain.
Oh Jai.
Messi na
Messi. Spain you be
tell me Barcelona ni say tell me they Spain.
Oh David. Mo.
Tell me where Sabini ni extra more time na Spain.
Barcelona.
Messi no.
Barcelona me say. Oh yeah. Barcelona and Argentina. Or no Barcelona, Argentina. Because of Messi.
Now the funny thing. Me na me a Portugal supporter.
Ronaldo ba Madina na say
anyway, all right, mummy free on yemra free and Inyan will be on bed deal and sometime we'll to a champon. Berma Boada.
Godfather.
Na young shots and free the sports minister Kofi Adams. In fact, the issue about budget, no, the best time we idea by Busa. And Kofi Adams so nim the entire man for Busa about budget. If you say here, idea about distraction to the team.
Football in first game against Chad. Now feelers. Nonsense for the play. I'm against her. Becca the the qualification budget of one sem. Many are assemble one and maybe say na budget every qualification because say Rebecca say my mom $10 and my mom $1 million na sa sika no ne won sema Rebecca no ana ne won sema Rebecca at material movement no mwa na edema team football in first game against Chad. Now feelers. Nonsense for the play. I'm against her. Becca the the qualification budget of one sem. Many are assemble one and maybe say na budget every qualification because say Rebecca say my mom $10 and my mom $1 million. Na sa sika no ne won sema Rebecca no ana ne won sema Rebecca at material movement no mwa na edema team no say qualification. Every discussion must be relevant and must be timed right.
Eno yen sama Kofi Adams edi chudra ewo Asempa FM na some way and you go what you say about the producers and so it was a Ghana for almost Argentina.
Because I'm a Kenyan Casa back say budget no money problem. So we are in a problem. Mene sports minister, mene nyadwi. Esa say we e pani bibini a say wo na wo no because I'm a Kenyan Casa back say budget no problem. So we are in a problem. Mene sports minister, mene nyadwi. Esa say we e pani bibini a say wo na wo no kre ana say humu ayi na ode betuja budget no dey ko the tuja nkeye kamene ya address ka ode betuja amobi e
say nkunta ne dey ye ejuma enti na say o mampani say say ye nkunta ne dey is the right person to say na say ye ne sa because the omoye pass no ye nim say na nkunta no dey ye enti we dey say bibia be okay say the idea ye penkunta no pa
no not at all. We have to know it, how we spend the money and for what purpose we spend the money. With the football, what are the expenses? Do you have to per diem for the footballers, or how much are you giving to the footballers? And the money you have to give accountability for whatever you spend because the money is for the nation, it's not for the football team alone.
Okay. And I don't know, the people were asking me to disclose the budget for the games, but I kept asking myself what the budget would do for the team ahead of the game. Sometimes some situations create distraction for the team. So we should weigh every situation before making a decision. And no, sema or the truth. Now, and no, and my message is yeah. I will make the message. I was say, Kofi Adams will be one of the worst sports ministers ever in the history of Ghana football. Even Yusuf will be better than him. You watch me. Now he's in bed with the FA. So some of us are not surprised with this attitude. And I would be message or daba. But President Kasimbi or say Ghana for the team Ghana for how much we are going to spend on the team. If I don't have budget, one can say young most Kaneko, what's going into it? Who is going to get paid? Now then you say you can't walk up the last year, even the caterer of the Black Stars the winning bonus. Appearance fees na you try no. You say you church scammer utwado ni PA Kragana maniska. It's a run Ghana for so much. It has nothing to do with the team. At least I know come here with some replace here and I'm here. Now the players can be more GBD. and ebi nyibindi but Kofi Adam say some man penny be catch a state of the nation address no. I'm say no decision no be decided when it's right and when it's not right in the channel because definitely Black Stars about the topic but anytime the Black Stars is going to play it's the only time I do you can say any over budget 3 months before the game you say any how they say any distraction and because they say okay so they back when they come a distraction some boy we no more corner the bar what do you is no more budget let us see who budget that some of politicians you Oman Penny John Dramani Mahama was supposed to be somehow catching in Yanti. DNT, they are not so. Well, Benjamin Asari, they say, every from the Kasongo, the Kasongo, they did that,
go there to my man. Please, Mamin Kamas. Ghana has a Kasonga, near Mamin Kasongo, free Ghana.
Andy.
Miss Rome, I need the bonnie, I'm the man should be ugly and fearful.
No down, handsome contest. A go no dying handsome contest, no contest, no whole thing, if any nation. But no yarding. Almost any go down a hoot to say Kasongo in a page. So. Oh, Bob Betchen or them so about man so.
Hey, what's our well, Benjamin Asari, he said he had the newest sensation. Everybody's talking about him because he's making a very strong case for local players. Now, some more kind of so see the local players have more opportunity. Black Stars in Bibri, bit yabo.
Most of the time, or Mufi said, yeah, we are looking at Uba national team. Now, so it's good because once I also achieve once I hit me, I know Yamatina will call happen. There's also bet me to chase me. So for me, we say, yeah, look up person, say, or a good one who are interested in my friend, and someone who are platform.
Well, I know Benjamin Asari. Black Stars #1 now, and then someone can say, yeah, I'm for GD or local players, but if you give them the opportunity, I'm going to me a year. But for Papu, a former Black Stars management committee chairman. Now, that's someone can say, when you create a competition in the Black Stars, it says, easy corner, a bois, Emma, a players no crown, complacency free, be it maybe, or you know, is
one thing that I always know is a good way or is a good antidote to keep you away from being complacent and to keep your eye on the ball is to create competition in the team. Once there's competition in the team, every player, each and every single player knows that he's not indispensable. So definitely if you drop your guard and your competitor takes a guess and puts in the good shift, then you know you are out of contention. So definitely, once there's competition, you are definitely going to put in your best. One clear example is in let's look at the goalkeeping department. Our boy Benjamin Asari took over the goal post for the last 2 matches, and I think we are all satisfied with his performance. If you're a goalkeeper and you come up with a clean sheet, then that means you've done well. It's almost about 100% for you. So in the goalkeeping department now there's going to be serious competition. Nobody is going to bluff over there. If we do that through the entire team, from the right full back all the way to the outside left or whatever formation that is being played, then everybody knows that I really have to fight to get and keep my position. So that is a sure way of keeping your eye on the ball.
Okay, I know you're say Nelson. Stephen Appian so say on the OGD say World Cup or share a group no say we are going to a 2026 World Cup.
Yesterday, yes, we are almost there because when we look at the points and the matches that we have and the performance that our boys have shown, yes, we are almost there.
We are almost there. Okay, no parliamentarians and also Church of Migrant for Black Stars, no Honorable Abna Ose Asari, Edeninsem, and so to Adra, one MP4 twice. Now, okay, about local players.
But my only concern is that we don't see a lot of our local players in there, and that is what we should look at. We don't see a lot of our local players, but here we are every day saying that Adie will fear Oye. So wait, grow our own thing. We should handle our local. We should appreciate what we have at home. But we don't see our local players. Most of the time, it's the foreign players we call. But yet we have teams, the Kotoko, the Samatex, and all those other teams who have very good players. So, Mr. Speaker, we are calling on the National Sports Authority, we are calling on GFA, and we are calling on the Minister for Sports to make sure they do everything possible for us to see the local people in the Black Stars.
Okay, and see, and your parliament, but yamra in some so for the sake of time now. Said the ABC and so Ako. You ever heard Dr. Pakusin Dumne hearts of fines near ya dear mema omononia, you know, but answer no this issue about the budget and the Black Stars and all those things.
Chairman, Minister Kofi Addo said a friend and all man a warning. And they are on friend and all man a warning. Say BCB or by Pamano. Chairman, it's not make us say we heard or more lady Brazil World Cup near Koyeno. Now or more lady states na chairman sembe breba. Unse ni na ka one affect His Excellency on his first bid no. Chairman, so we appointment now mungi na be no sideline yom. An appointment across the moment or mamba the public face. It's clearly why the amount this time means that Papa Nesunya certain lessons. It is a now can say no, it's now can say now a leader. I say GDN and said that new. Chemo Obia enforce it. Answer na President Krabbe Kasana sports minister on one start take Kasabe Broka and be quite Fred Achika say Emerson Kasabe Broka make us nominate Fred in Yagini. But Chemo says or Kasan to say na actions to say too early.
Also, good afternoon, Chamo. I have a question which bothers me really well. Is Honorable Kofi Adams related to Honorable Mustafa Yusuf? Because he's taking the same path just as Yusuf did. What's really at the GFA which ends up corrupting every minister except Nilante?
Exactly. Now maybe someone say, you're a crime blaster, Chebo, do you be to Swana? The question is that blasters now be more like a political tool all over the world, but we can use that one for goodies. But chemo biya bahwa na Nigerian sasa. Now, and Mr. Kofi Adams or your tutor or no ni obi say ye Papa Rollins 119 nyina no. Principles or nankasa ji determine ne okose or no opia go. Obi say a question say then a budget in be. One.
All the catch president they look at the
exactly.
Because president can say also Ghana for budget. Now the president said then a budget
Ghana. President friend man warning since here because one blasters no onim say Ghana for dia. Na dia onim say yes tax na yetua. Any loans no mo de Ghana for dimu. Any grants are Ghana for dimu de mine no. Any de bon ho kana Kofi Adams wuni mana. Na sa wunim dia fine. Onim say ye Ghanaians be brave sacrificing for the Black Stars only say chairman ebi wa ye kwan ye chairman hwe eduane na sa nkwala no kure menya say eduane school feeding nkwala pa ne de no muntwem because eduane no mu di no chairman be wie kwa no mo yare. We sacrifice all these things for memu be brave say ye bre ne ade nyina chairman sabi menka ya hwe jaye to high say chairman still some of them because of Blaster they even went there to support out of pain near the sika san di aba ye betua o ge dia man na sati which is not free. Chairman we wie na some yen expenditure o team no na be ka say den na be ya. O pese o ka say. De be ni on chemeche no. One also NDC and also NDC ni. One Yera Rollins ni jina. Chairman JJ Rollins na some yen accountability. NDC for mon ka say probity and accountability e your pillars. Enti ne Kofi Addo be say ye hu budget na de be say or the accountability ba. Yeah, the friend transparency. Tell me, meaning say be a chew better match. Transparency, a move better or fine will be a tell me, yes, the love for the team no crack cosro and ameboa. It's Mr. Kofi Addo, me pacho, what's up now? Can it? That's all about pacho. And yes, I say, His Excellency 8 year on friend, non question. As people, we need to see their war budget. No one says, you would the body almost spend this kind of judicially or wisely and cry a plus for the government. Ain't so a person in the secret there, Chairman say he's gotten something to hide. Or be a person this year. And remember also may san your money beam. Baby a blaster said Bruno. Ghana for na kuma bahodia. Obianya ne dear so ye. Na yemfa doni in Anconi and Pussy Black Stars. Na san
And it's not the first time Ghanaians are even first time they're for who budget and how much figures. People were still complaining, but still people were supporting the team.
Exactly.
And the team was winning.
And transparency. And public office who could you should be transparent. Ni unso ye team say na eko chairman sanki ya boy na misa Kofi Adam ode budget ba ni unso sisi atema yeti hey onim sa wona waka chairman me say winning bonus 5,000 chairman say Ghana ni bi o wa bon tibi say winning bonus 10,000 people don't even know, so they don't even believe say 5,000 because some even believe say on the surface say 5 but deep down it be a 10 e chairman sanka mo de ba na e play ni unso 5 enye plus. Enti Mr. Kofi Adam don't jide out here no men too early for you to do that. Chama me I don't know Mr. Nilante that banda poinga post na me Mr. Chris said me no catch said me hu ni on my but all the same here because teacher ni a watch there meaning so you smart only Rollins one and probity accountability o kasa no be say hu budget na be dey no and no ignoramus talk. Except on say sebe menka so odi bone ba I say open so odi bone a unima de ba won so kasa na I say and the minister be search so unim hwe inte no de che my budget na so ba. Now the issue of local players and foreign based players sorry now woman no resume parliament
on we would love to see in fact she would love to see local players in the team but to say as it stands no any system now I feel so also only goes off for every local player that say Benjamin Asai de or that and one ya just say there be a team and I say e be a team you am on near for the call to be a foreign based player that's a cycle of course we would love to see
because I wanted to ask you say woman no say be knowledge in football e was say e be obi or pebble dibo echi and yes I say be a ban no so can be it is good. So local players new opportunity, but argument should not even start with local play or see more local play. It means that the local players should get there on merit, chairman. Just like Asari is there on merit. You who saw the bench foreigners manable. It is Simpson, another good player. The chairman so this one local team not so you good we give them the opportunity, but you don't give the opportunity because they are local players. Because some countries are using only foreign players and they are still winning trophies on this same court like Cote d'Ivoire. Some are also using local players. Chairman, they are also doing very well. They said they are most of the Angola and Team Kromu Ghana. Yes, or Mutu Omed 2 different. Chairman, even Egypt. Because Egypt majority only 5 players when they have foreign base. The rest on the continent. But Chairman, difference because for not even Morocco, current glass we are speaking, they have only 3 local players. And 2 goalkeepers or more bench. Majority of them here foreign, but Morocco are bossing it up. And the argument is that we should be there on merit. Chema the local stars no ye disadvantage ni say the clubs we are playing for no cannot be compared to those in the North Africa. For example, we FIFA Club World Cup banner ubenya Sundowns e Kobe. Chema wider there ko mati some person replace Pirates cry one other team and ba mo bobi. Into omo level no wasro. Into o pick it or more they are able to go. Into the argument they find me the back and be a born on said that in re any argument of say any time as all say yema local players and I dreams as a players better 12 beko and in cafe 400 on play they are called no it should be based on merit. It is a local player and say boy better than the foreigner so because even Brazil look at their league and the level the investment and everything but majority of their players foreign of course 1-2 locals say the same like Argentina into the American say the onimbono the man manebo chairman hearts fine about me boy this is acquire plus 1 minus 1 yeah ba so ba kwa na bibia ba me high me okay with the FA. I'm looking for my measures no and strict na your friends say decisions no some random because the nyina say yeah boni pa ho ban sɛ be anipa betumi akɔ stadium na kyɛ ma ɔmo abɛfie bɔkɔ na ball na akɔ so ɛnyɛ yɛ supporter nkwa na club officials ɔmo club officials no so your friends say targets enti yɛ bɔ yɛ nyina yɛ ho ban it is your kɔtena se yɛ nyina yɛ mfa nhyehyɛ bi ntu dwa sɛ ne be ya ho ban bombra sɛ clubs no kwa na nke di animu na media na yɛ mmea no sɛ hearts ne kɔtɔkɔ na yɛ the target in all these issues. It is said has been the first team say be fine no more with that money. Chama 20,000 and the other 10 years suspended. Then the question is this: Hearts on match omo call league chama omo nya saying mukobo one match ekoye sebe rough mukotua 20,000 enti when I say yes you ade de mom no make sure so mbetumi desist from there again papa kwasindum say ya charge no yes on so metu eskabi any ya charge the other player no kwa attack referee which many omo ya ba chairman meso masemni entokwa na boys no players no kokun won shate ma ye ne dey santo kwa bia na kudus kokun ya England onya 6 game ban na chairman meboa we can't let that one go scot free in shate my players ne kodo play entokwa no omukokun o park so me wi ase hwe no we should also punish them but ebia because of the essence ye pese ye ni ade ye ni chairman say sentence ye the maximum and ye the minimum nti bia bone ne beka say asotwe kese wo me ye obekọ jail 5 years and ebi so ne ketwan say bia obetua 500 Ghana chairman we can let them pay the 500 because yes our boy no so well mean no so betumi dey akọ cast say ebi mu ayebi yanye de yanye omore chairman hwe ekoduru be bia sa class mienu we chairman obi be sorry say we ye ne manye we hwe den chairman ne ye ne den and they should also make sure that they will address that issue. Chamo say minim say only me ya adwen it should be addressed.
Yes.
Because on the field there is a way to punish the player. Some you might give them the minimum sentence. Of course, what punish them then we move. And yes I'll be so very refer say oh Taman so at a mind for so kokon tokwano park no so nothing was that chairman yes it might not be real. It's anyway I made train F in adwen so. And finally Ghazali only the NSA bantem. Chema Ghazali ontie me time no de kan asem chema enye and me mpese efe ni be ni say omo panise na referee ni de no ba kotoko maze kotoko say omo de no court omo nye fast because this is the issue say oka say kotoko bora mutim na anye no omo bora players ni ma chema asem we kura yenka wo post match eno na sometimes na aya na kasa na chema no ye kwa akoye say coaches no why ni train omo sa say post match now cast in any case chema who's omora umpeni for manye omora players you report to the FA so the FN will take the needed sanction if only what you are saying is right chema shebe be a free bar with the polling issue enyoma nyanda ye it is also ko catch the supporters kotoko for no ra umpeni for anye no mura players ma nessa indirectly we incited the players against your fan chema onim say be ma supporters so ebetu efa kotoko for timo can next time ko bobo they might also want to attack. Ain't it your year highly irresponsible? Say or see our basis. I tell me say be only basis or not, but there is a way to do it. And yenya prema professionalism enye de. Say my Mr. Kwesi happy. And the Ghana coach be a too quiet. Say me enche 3, 4, 5 matches ni apamano. Omo professionalism enye juma. And the FN making sure that they will go to the bottom of that issue and make sure somebody address it. And yes, chairman, it will bring another conclusion.
Well, with respect to the fines, no, Yanchechi Muma eti for the Etienne say Hearts of Oak has been Oma Hande 20,000 fine to Hearts of Oak. 10,000 is suspended for the rest of the season. Suspended Yanchechi CB Mua. When Ombeji Unitieva Ombitia 10 no. Na de aka enimu egakade nyina ne form game on the Young Apostles boy according to the Ghana Football Association Disciplinary Committee almost say unaccredited persons we echo in a primary echo a safe zone emu esa a compromise match day security enti almost say any reoccurrence and I say sensibima omo severe punishment. Emina Sharks president Dr. Papa Kusindu also omo finding a 10,000 Ghana cedi and suspended 3 months. In fact, omo hande a 3-month ban at the Amano. Okay, Division 1 game omo ni draw Blacks boy, you know. Almost he was found guilty of interfering with the match progress, inciting players against match officials, and making social media comments that provoked violence and hatred toward referees. Toward referee for the game. Never social media. But whichever way. I must say he has been warned that any further misconduct will attract severe sanctions. Now, Elmina Sharks player no. Ono no only then the annual thing. J. Asamoah Kola has been handed a 1-year ban by the disciplinary committee for misconduct during the Division 1 league match against Sudan All Blacks. Okay. The player was found guilty of unsporting behavior after assaulting a referee during the game. He has been warned that any further misconduct will attract. In fact, I ran to with as much as I I very much support the disciplinary committee. If you're a player, you cannot chase referee son for the view of some news and then what talk referee any in class the same I know almost referee. Say a professional player. What chasing referee may you go son you have talk referee any. We are not in the jungle. What's right? Okay, but answer Abeba no. Answer Abeba. Honorable Ghanaians say may bounce today, but don't forget say we have a weekend of soccer fiesta. Kumasi the MTN FA Cup. Now him say true democracy. Say the oldest team in Otema.
Oh, okay.
They say, when you have any, say the oldest team in Otema. They say Tema Fuanka say team pa no.
Oh, okay.
I know say Tema team is no time go to go.
Yeah, Gapoha mo.
Gapoha, Afienya, Real Sportive.
Real Sportive.
What I say, stay cool.
Stay cool.
Oh, aye. Inti, very interesting. Nyame adma from China. You better tickets. I want go for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 2 games. Sunday 2 games. Now, said the Saturday, the second game, Brikum Chelsea beat him. That game, I'll miss that game for anything. By your Park Academy, so be kind. Park and so. Pascal, Adam, my chow. Yes, was a bibiako. Quick one, 9 call. Akosia Mansa at the power. You're watching more time here, but
Kofi Adam, Nimonyam for. What's the budget in the Bible and in a big distraction? That's a budget in a yet. Se Bible and Tina Ghana Fubi never cause to distraction. A chess a budget the Bible and Tina Ghana Fubi Bufu, Ebeka was a meaning saying yet. When politicians make promises and you hold them accountable to their promises, now Omubofu. Nobody put a gun at the head of our president said, or make it a promise no pay or make it say blasters budget biano we were going to make it public obian for so no obian can win no and he made a promise and a Ghana for say sa promise na president emeki no we are holding you accountable to that promise you are making excuses. Is he in another way trying to say at the time our president was making that promise, now onye aware of the reasons here and all kinds of budget no mabontina. No say some of us were not in support of your appointment. So being country na yan country ne. See our appoint Kofi Adams as sports ministers, many people were even surprised. But benefit of the doubt, don't prove us right. Kofi Adams. I remember very well. Say yes indeed, BKB yes indeed message. A catcher or say on it Chairman Rollins Adnante were disciplinarian or chira there or secondary school is infant primo so a man for chair or a strict. That is what we were all expecting. Baby I was no or fresh the Ghana for him or you're very careful. If he says budget in the babontin or so what a home crime for so many also. The president realized in Faso wasn't also making it public. Obian to Abamao. Ya to Abamo Mampeni. Say 2 minutes Mampenino and waponi be the amount. You have no other option than to obey what the president says. Mampenia Sabano Wakano, only option be so be this so. And the excuses is given too flimsy. Chairman, Gentia Amami Yamashemeni said he's talking like F4 in the past. Reasons are never forced on Fabade Mabontino. Never be no be okay. As a Babontia, a very cause distraction, a member team and no have been a Kofi Adams Kasai. When you see a sports minister sounding like he's in bed with the FAR, there's a disaster looming.
Although Kofi Adams' statement is affirming that the president made a populist statement during SONA. I told a friend the budget won't be released because the FA will convince the minister to keep it secret. Now, Christian, this is my session. Yawa you want to see Ejumanu Ura. Ejumanu Ura. Dr. Kokoti Ejumani India. Dr. Kokoti esi ngudi juma bi no discussion nsem say sports so ngudi juma na ye ngudi juma na ebi a obisam say na budget you know ye no scam no ma ho hye na yi nyina say na tie a na ga zo da bi say me catch na wa ha juma na ekoye na be distract ye on say assembly ba onim omo Ghana for say scenario nam dia man, that's exactly what's happening. Ghana for the team the team owners.
We need to know.
I say momu muska wa go spend it. O say some of the bra a very distraction. Kofi Adams, don't start like this, please. Oh yes sir, I'm sure the yes go for dream say. As the baby at watch the never catch us. Oh, budget no buy no place near na home no one why. And they say the town do boss small but do walk to about and all this come out say over school or say cherry or cake any natural na this come no koi oba na say bia officer say na you know where receipts na ho we also that mission they be distracting my this yan asem bi na o ka tire
o first scenario na make here no say o akoye budget e dia program yes make budget in public wo so be cause distraction one way I bet my case won for budget ma ebia sika o dia se manim say o ma Christian 1000 no ebia ma me 100 e ba bontia me hunti medwa e ba bontia me hunti medwa nti na o make the public na ye hu sika o kwaje ye e o dey ma ye
more public because said e ba say o bu ha in fact me can say no crowd think some play bu o say maintain ya to so ne what is public I am telling you e ko mo say send a message o dey on Kenya Zania ko time o say budget and say about World Cup no skebi obobodi no go for be shocked because who is skebi and saka no hey
we so say in partnership you call landry no you be man $15,000
you go see no man
o go see no man yeah man no say scan da
okay you got time I say na you go tringo ho adiba bi dire say bibia boko
be me na nyame adom bibia boko nice.